Hello, it's Bill, the knee pain guru. Welcome, welcome. Today's video, we're going to talk about how to fix knee pain. I'll be answering questions. I'm going to do a short presentation right afterwards. We're going to be answering questions. So if you have questions about knees, your knee pain, doctors, physical therapists, shots, drugs, surgery, whatever it is, please put those in the comments section. I will get to those right after I'm done. And make sure to give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notifications so you know of upcoming videos. I do these twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays at 9:55 a.m. Eastern time, so you can catch those videos. And depending on your questions, I use those questions in future videos for topics that I will be sharing around the topics of pain and all the stuff you're dealing with your knees. Okay, how to fix knee pain. We have to understand things first. We got to set a foundation first in terms of a mentality when approaching what's going on with knee pain, because it can get a little confusing. Okay, looks like the feed may be a little funky today. Okay. We have to set a foundation for understanding knee pain. Two reasons why your knee can hurt. One is something's broken or torn. One is nothing is broken or torn. You need to go to a doctor first in order to fix your knee pain. You have to go to a doctor first to know if something's broken or torn, because your strategy is going to be drastically different. If something is broken or torn, the Western medical model is there in terms of repairing fractures in the bone, torn meniscus, torn ligaments, torn tendons, issues with muscles and things like that. So your strategy for fixing your knee pain is going to be drastically different if something is broken or torn than nothing is broken or torn. Today we're going to focus on, in terms of how to fix your knee pain, is when nothing is broken or torn. Meaning, something happened to your knee, you went to the doctor, you maybe had a surgery to repair what was going on in your knee, or you went to the doctor and the doctor told you, hey, your knee is normal. We don't know why it hurts. We'll give you this drug or shot or go to physical therapy in the hopes that it'll go away. So in two situations, in two scenarios, nothing is broken or torn. It's been repaired, whatever it was, or your knee's normal. So today we're going to talk about those two categories, that nothing is essentially broken or torn in your knee, or you have a mechanically sound knee. So it's important to manage your expectations around fixing knee pain. A lot of people think it's going to be like a quick fix. Sometimes it is. However, many times knee pain becomes a journey, especially if you've been in pain for months or even years, and some people even decades, where they've been dealing and tolerating with knee pain. It just isn't in the realm of possibility that you're going to do a couple of stretches or a couple of exercises and your knee pain is going to go away. Just the reality of life. So when you come to terms with that understanding of what you're dealing with knee pain, now we can begin. If you don't, what ends up happening is you end up tripping yourself up and you kind of get on the hamster wheel where you're trying harder, trying to push through the pain and get to a place that you never really attain because we haven't started at step one. So this is what we're going to talk about. We have to manage the expectations. So when you're looking at fixing knee pain, we have to start at step one. And it doesn't necessarily start with exercise. This is really important. The reason why you want to fix knee pain is you want to address the knee pain at the source. So what is the source of all knee pain if nothing is broken or torn? It's irritation of tiny little nerves, the width of an eyelash, tiny ones that are being squeezed, sending a signal to your brain that you have pain. Bottom line, end of story, That's why your knee hurts. I'm willing to go up against anybody out there that can tell me otherwise. Nerve irritation is the cause of all knee pain. And many people hear this message and they go, it couldn't be that simple. It couldn't be just a tiny little nerve the width of an eyelash. What else could it be? Nerves. It's pain. You feel pain. Your nervous system sends a signal that you feel pain. Unless we start addressing pain at that source, at that place where the irritation of the nerve is taking place, you'll never get out of knee pain. Because the nerve irritation, the pressure on the nerves is never addressed. Think of the nerve irritation as like a splinter in your finger. You got a splinter in your finger. And you can do all you want, put a Band-Aid on it, put sort of salve on it, all this other kind of stuff. But until you get that splinter out of the finger's not going to be able to heal. The splinter is not where it's supposed to be in the finger. So the more we try to do something, exercise, movement, use it or lose it, no pain, no gain, pain is weakness leaving the body, the more we go down that mentality and that approach to fixing your knee pain without addressing the pressure on the nerve to begin with, no matter how much you strengthen, no matter how much you stretch, no matter what you do, drugs, shots, surgery, no matter what you do, and you don't address that tension pattern that's causing the nerve irritation to begin with, well, guess what? You'll still be in pain. So in order to fix knee pain, in order to fix your knee pain, you have to go to the source of the pain, the nerve irritation, get the pressure off of those nerves. So now you're going to be like, well, hey, Bill, how do you get the pressure off of the nerves? I'm glad you asked. What ends up happening is we have certain tension patterns that get held in the knee. The knee has two different types of movements. One is the gross motor movement, which you're most familiar with. The knee extends and the knee bends. And that's what most approaches deal with, is the extension and flexion of what's going on in the joint. And strengthening the muscles in the legs in the hopes that the knee pain goes away. Well, here's where the pain hides. The pain hides in the intrinsic movement. Intrinsic movement is an articulation of the joint. Articulation means fine motor skills. So your knee that bends and extends has slight rotation, slight side to side, slight forward and back, slight apart and together, and slight tilting of the joint. It's how your joint articulates when you get up out of a car. You're pushing at a very kind of oblique, linear kind of fashion, pushing up at the same time you're moving yourself to the side. The movements in conventional exercise and physical therapy do not address these intrinsic movements as the body moves. Getting up and out of a chair, getting in and out of a car, getting in and out of bed, getting up and down from a floor, going from a kneeling position to a standing position. These are all intrinsic movements that the body needs to call on to figure out how to move. But what happens is if you feel pain, there's a mental approach that's going on that the body doesn't want to move in that direction because it's going to hurt. So what does it do? It compensates. And you feel tension and pain in other areas because your body constantly has to adjust to the input that is being brought in. So you have pain, that's input. It's a feeling, and your body takes that information and adjusts accordingly. So your hips and your lower back get tight. And you feel fatigued late morning because of the pain that's stuck in these intrinsic movements. Get stuck in there. So how to get the pressure off of the nerves. So you take these intrinsic movements and you need to begin to work with those intrinsic movements. The rotation, the side to side, the forward and back, apart and together, and tilting. To figure out how to get the relief that you're looking for. This is going to give the knee joint, the pressure that's on the nerves, a bit of relief. Cool part about it is we have this neurology. Our nervous system has the capability of taking that input from that slight little twisting side to side, forward and back, apart and together, or tilting movements, and now it begins to integrate it and relax the knee joint as well as the body. So what do you feel? You begin to feel relief in that one plane of motion. And what happens is as your body integrates this comfort, you line up with your body's ability to heal itself. So what are you doing? You're getting relief faster with less effort and less time. Now, the tricky part in that place is when you create comfort one place and you start to relieve the tension as the body your entire life has been injury compensation, injury compensation, injury compensation. It's been happening ever since you were born. That's the nature of things. If we don't understand how to relieve the tension patterns and start creating comfort and creating comfort and creating comfort. What happens is when we create comfort in one location, we become more aware of tension in another place or in that same place in a different way. So, analogy, you shut the vacuum off so you can hear the water dripping. Crude analogy. However, the concept works the same way. You have pain in one area of your knee, you create comfort in the area of that knee, and now you feel more awareness in your knee in a different way. Now, this could be a lot, this could be a little. You can go from having pain to the pain being reduced. You can go having pain to actually having more pain. But when the pain goes up, that's when we double down on comfort, and it moves us through the ability of the body to heal faster. You're going to be like, hey, Bill, the pain gets worse. I don't want to do that. Here's the cool part. Your nervous system fires at 286 miles per hour. The scientists have actually measured the speed of the average person's reflexes. And when the nervous system fires at 286 miles per hour, it sends a signal from your knee to your brain and back that the joint can relax. So as we create comfort and the pain goes up, now we create comfort in another area, and another area, and another area, and another area. And in a very short period of time, the knee pain is relieved. And the knee pain, you end up being empowered with the knowledge and understanding of your own body to fix your own knee pain. Okay. If you want to learn how to do that, head over to my website, thekneepainguru.com. I have a 7-day knee pain reduction challenge that teaches you this very process. It's over 7 days. Look for that awareness as when the pain is relieved. This is a journey. This is not going to be a quick fix kind of thing. Okay, I see some questions coming in. If you have questions, please put those in the comments section over on the side. And I'm going to get to those in just a minute. Give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel. Head over to, turn on notifications so you're notified of future videos. Okay, Sharon Pace, can I wear a Cooper's leg sleeve to help when walking and all day? Can you? Sure, why not? I can't find the 7-day challenge on your website. I can see the 1-month challenge. Sharon, I don't know what you're looking at. You go to my website, thekneepainguru.com. It's the very thing that you look at when you go to the website. The very first thing that pops up on the screen Okay. Rosa MMA, more than 20 minutes. What's more than 20 minutes? Okay, there it is. Okay, I have plantar fasciitis now in the left heel since left knee replacement. Want to avoid right knee replacement. Then get in one of my programs, Seafoam. The Quit Your Quack. I got a couple of programs. I have private coaching. I have group coaching where we have it's in a private Facebook group. I point you to videos in the members area of my website that work with from your toes all the way up to the top of your head. And we work with these same concepts and principles to get rid of the pain that's going on in your foot, your ankle, your shin, your calf, knee, hamstring, quad, hips, lower back. So, yeah, get some great results, especially with people with knee replacements. Okay, I had a unicondyle knee replacement 8 months back. I still have pain. 3 out of 10 as well as swelling if I walk or stand. So my surgeon and physiotherapist advised me not to walk or stand for more than 20 minutes. Okay. I'm not really sure what question you're asking. It's not really a question. It's more of a statement. If you just want to share, that's cool. And a lot of times, and I've done a number of videos on knee replacement surgery. I think I did something like that on Monday of this week. But what ends up happening is just because you have a knee replacement and you have the bones in your leg cut off and replaced with plastic and metal doesn't mean the pattern has been addressed. Like Seafoam is talking about. What happens is when they do a knee replacement surgery, they're essentially cutting off the nerves that were being irritated. They're drilling a screw down the length of your bones and replacing that joint. Now you can't feel at that point. Your body has to compensate for that. Remember I was talking about injury compensation? So now you don't feel what's going on in the knee joint. The rest of the body has to compensate. The hips, the lower back, the other knee, the other leg has to compensate for that. So what ends up happening, and I have a friend of mine, ironically, it's a doctor, who had both of her knees replaced. A few years later, she had both of her hips replaced, and now she's having her shoulders replaced because she can't walk. She doesn't feel confident walking, so all the tension goes to her shoulders. So now she needs to overuse her shoulders. So you can't, this doesn't go away. You could ignore it and you could pretend it's not there. But your body, your nervous system is screaming and saying, hey, pay attention to me. Understand me. Listen to me. And if we don't bring that knowledge and wisdom and understanding to what's going on, excuse me, in to the body, it screams louder. So that makes sense. Okay, Rosa MMA, could you please advise me what I should do now? I do not give advice. This is for educational purposes only. And asking a question, is this normal to have this pain for a long time like this? That's a question for your doctor. I don't deal with what is normal. I don't give advice. Understand that there is a different mentality to move forward with a program like I'm talking about. It's talking about nerve irritation. Nerve irritation is the only source of pain in the knee. Nerve irritation. And we can't do anything about what's happened to your knee to this point, how much abuse you put your body through in your life, how many accidents, injuries, surgeries, traumas that you have. We can't do anything about it at this point. We can be present with what's going on in the body right now, and we can move forward. And we can create comfort and line your body's ability up to heal itself. We can't go back. So what we could do in in your context, Rosa, what we do is we take the pain that you feel when you're sitting, you're standing, you're lying in bed, you're walking, and we figure out ways of creating comfort and lining your body's, your neurology of your body, so we can get the pressure off of those nerves and you can start feeling relief. So we do that. Then we look at how we can set up the conditions in your body by making sure you're properly hydrated, making sure your diet's in a good place to support your body's ability to heal itself, making sure the supplements are dialed in so it's supporting your body's ability to heal itself, making sure you're breathing, because when we feel pain, we hold our breath. It increases tension in the body and increases pain. So that's like the second step. First step is create comfort. Second step is set up the conditions to heal what's going on in your body. Third step is making sure your mindset's in a good place so you don't self-sabotage. People with knee pain or type A personalities, they got the laundry list of things they want to knock out, and they are very driven, which is awesome and great. However, they will continue to push their body past their body's ability to handle it. And especially if you're working in a deficit or you've been in pain for a long time, this does not support your ability to stand for more than 20 minutes without pain, or stand without pain, whatever it is. So we need to look at those three areas and begin to create the ability of your body to heal itself. So head over to my website, take my 7-day challenge, and begin to work with my programs. That's what I would say. Unless you feel what the doctors are showing up with, the physical therapist is showing up with, is working for you. If it's working for you, great. I'm all supporting what works for you the best. Okay, let's see. Natalie, hey, Bill, 1 month after total knee replacement, purchased a comfort zone, and works great for creating comfort, almost no pain in knees, but will complete range of motion just come back on its own via the stretches? Okay, Natalie, good question. I like it. I understand that the stretches reduce the tension on the nerves, which will reduce inflammation, but how do the stretches address scar tissue? Okay, good question, Natalie. I will probably these and put those in the members call that we're going to have next Thursday. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Make sure to register for that call, because this is a perfect type of question to address in the members area. However, you asked it here, and I want to address it. Range of motion is a function of the body feeling safer and scar tissue breaking down, as well as looking what's going upstream and downstream from the knee. Like, we can't look at the knee in a vacuum and say, if we just get the knee out of pain, everything's going to be fine. Because in order for the knee to hurt, you have to have a tension pattern that goes from the toes all the way up to the feet. Toes all the way up to the head. Sorry. Okay. So I have found in my experience that unless we start addressing the tension patterns that are going on in the hips and lower back, you're unable to get the full range of motion out of just the knee joint. Now, you can, as you create, there's two distinctions I need to make here. One is that the tension in the hips and lower back affect the range of motion in the knee, but that isn't addressing the scar tissue question you have. The scar tissue question, the breaking down of scar tissue happens as a result of the natural movement of the joint. So as we create comfort in the knee and the range of motion increases in the knee, the natural movement of the joint will break down the scar tissue, just your natural movement. Now, if the natural movement in the knee is limited by what's going on in the hips and lower back, you're only going to get so far with creating comfort in the knee, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, Natalie, that's, excuse me. Awesome that you registered. Let me know if I addressed your questions, because it was a two-part kind of thing. One is, we have to free up the hips and lower back in order to increase the range of motion that the knee is capable of going to, and that natural range of motion will break down the scar tissue. However, it's based on we're going to be limited by the hip. Going to my orthopedic surgeon today, and we'll find out my diagnosis to sign up for the 7-day challenge. Okay, what plantar fasciitis? Like Seafoam, you said you had plantar fasciitis, and you had a left knee replacement. I'm curious what diagnosis you're looking to get. What diagnosis you're looking to get from your doctor? Like it's a little curious to me, because just a little bit of disclosure. I went to judo, it must have been September, October of last year, and my other knee slid on the ground, screaming. My knee hurt, and I didn't go to the doctor because I wanted to see how I could work with my own leg and begin to get that back. And within 3 to 4 days, I got full range of motion back. You know, the knee swelled up, it was sore, it hurt, couldn't get my heel to my butt, the whole 9 yards. And just kept working my own program. I was working my own program. I want to live my life too. And so I didn't go for a diagnosis, yet I got the knee out of pain. I have full range of motion again. So the doctor is going to tell me when something is broken or torn, or nothing is broken or torn. And yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. Like, once you get the if you already know what's going on in your foot, or you're giving me diagnosis here. The knee pain in the other, want to avoid right knee replacement. Got it. Okay. So you want to get clear on what's going on with your right knee. How does the left knee feel? Like, how does the left knee feel, Seafoam? Because just because you had the knee replacement surgery doesn't mean like Rosa. Just because you have the knee replacement surgery doesn't mean the knee's out of pain. So we're looking for what it actually is going on in the dynamics of what it is. But yeah, definitely take the 7-day challenge, get into one of my programs, understand, this is very important, understand that the introductory program, the comfort zone, the one that Natalie is referring to, is focusing on the knee. It's going to focus on the patella, the kneecap. It's going to focus on the bone in the upper leg, the bone and the bones in the lower leg, and how to position the leg to create comfort in the knee. But if your hamstring's tight, if your quad is tight, if your hips and lower back are aching, if the other side is aching, if it's going down your calves and your shin, it's going into your foot, there's way more we need to look at. There's way more we need to look at. And I just want you to know that it's like, it's not this little, like, we're going to address this. It's depending on what level you want to work at. We could work big, or we could just look that way. Okay, Seafoam says, Rosa, you are welcome. Natalie, you are welcome as well. Okay, right knee pain. I could feel the knee replacement in my left knee. It is still weird. Regarding my right knee now, already had arthroscopic surgery on right a year ago. Think has a Baker cyst. Okay. Yeah, Seafoam, as long as nothing's broken or torn, Baker cyst qualifies as nothing broken or torn, we can get that fixed up pretty well. And I would point at Natalie, Rosa, and Seafoam. I'll check out my Quit Your Quack program. Go to the Knee Pain Guru, and in the products section, it gives explanations of it. And we have calls in that program on Mondays and Thursdays. And you type in your questions at any point in time. I answer those questions on the call. If you're live on the call, great. I answer them to you there. And then if you can't make the call, what happens is you can just watch the replay. It's pretty simple, straightforward. You get support twice a week. And I point you to all of the videos. I point you to all the videos in the members area that you would need to do for homework. And they're going to change, they're going to adjust. And you know, the more feedback you give me, the more I'm able to help and support. Okay. Oh, I got to go. I actually have the Quit Your Quack call now, 10:30 Eastern time. Any comments on inversion tables for back alignment? 1 month after total knee replacement. Natalie, get in. Inversion tables are good. Get in the Quit Your Quack program. We do all that. Back, hips, mobility, stretching, you know, all the way up and down the legs. We work with the neck, the whole 9 yards. Inversion tables are good. I've been on them. They're fun. I hang from a chin-up bar in my house every once in a while. But there's things you can continue to do on your own. Just like in all of those comfort zone kind of things. I got a ton of it. Okay, I got to scoot. I got to get on that call. Thank you all for being here. Thank you very much. Give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel. Turn on notifications so you're notified of future videos, as well as take my 7-day knee pain reduction challenge. You will not regret it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I will see you on the next video.